Okay, I'm going to quickly go through. I'm just posting a response, Jrobi, to your video that I was watching this morning about the opening. I'm running it through the aquarium here. I just played the first game I played on Chess Cube this evening when I got back from shopping. I just thought I'd try and set that position up and then loaded it up into aquarium. Once I saved it, gave the position as 1G3, 1B4, dot 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 dot, which is um, neither of the opening moves I started with, and then gives it as A00 for ECO. So I'm not really sure what that means, but it doesn't seem to recognize it too much. So the game started with and the white pieces, obviously, with E3, E5, D3, D5. He thinks he's taking the center. G3, and then he played D4. So I just go into the opening with the idea of trying to set up the position as closely as possible as what your video suggested. So I push E4. He plays Bishop G4, which is a terrible blunder to begin with, and it would probably help me win this game because I can simply just take, and then when he plays Bishop B4, check, and just Bishop D2, and he retreats. So he's lost a bishop and he's down 2 tempo. And then after Bishop G2 and Knight F6, I just put the Queen back. So we're pretty much looking like the setup we talked about so far. He plays C5, a thrust in the center, maybe a little bit too early for such a thrust in the center. I think it would have been better if I had. It was maybe trying to lock down my pawns, but I'm not sure if that was such a good idea to play C5 there. Okay, so I play Knight E2. He plays Knight C6, and then I play B3, which he follows up with Queen B6. Now I don't think he has too much here at the minute, so I just carry on with I quickly castle. He castles Queen long, and then I play Bishop C1 with the idea of just trying to swoop my bishop to here, and then finally complete the development of the opening with bringing my knight across to here. So he plays Queen down, which is followed by me by playing simply Bishop to B2. He pushes G5, and I play Knight to D2. And after this position here, then I think that I've locked the opening into the video which it described, which is knight here, and then what you described as being the pincer here. So just overall, I think it seems quite good. It seems to set up in this position anyway. It sets up a nice outpost here for a knight. If that pawn on G3 ever moved, I could get to it quite nicely there. It also sets up quite nice strength bishops, cutting down both long diagonals, I suppose, which is quite good, which gives me good control of the dark squares and the light squares. So yeah, so far it's looking quite good. So I play on with. He plays B5, which probably prevents me occupying knight in C4, but he always had B5, so I didn't think I was going to play C4 anyway. I just decided to try and start picking the queen and open up my my queen side now that my king's castled. So I play A3, he plays A5, I play B4, he captures in B4, supported by the bishop in F8. I just play A takes B4 anyway, and then he plays queen takes B4, and then I play bishop to A3, and then he plays a weak move, which is C3, which this guy was rated. What's he rated? He's doesn't have his rating here. Let me just see if I can get it. Seem to have what his rating is. He's 1400 or something. It's the same as me, but it's on Chess Cube, so he's probably about 1,000, something like that. But if you see, he didn't have too many good moves anyway, because I would have at least won another piece here, because if he moves his bishop back here, then I have the discovered attack by capturing the bishop with discovery on the queen, which will win me another piece. So I suppose he didn't really want to go back. And the same is true if he falls back to this square. And he obviously needs to get off this diagonal, so he can't go here. This square's um, under attack by the d3 pawn. This square is under attack by the e2 knight. This square is under attack by the c3 pawn, and this square is defended by b3. So he didn't really have too much to do there, but I'm not sure if the move that he decided to go with, which is queen to c3, was in any way the good move. It certainly doesn't create a decent passed pawn. I just give up the knight because it means that I've now opened up my MB file, and I'm up major material now anyway, and the game is pretty much won. Perhaps black has a little bit of a space advantage, but I have three very strong pawns in the centre, and I'm up a queen and a bishop for two knights. So the game carries on anyway with rook to a6, rook to d6. I play queen to c3 to start to build up then on this piece here, and the battle is then going to be in the queen side of the board here, for which I'm going to try and force mate. So he plays his king to b7. I just bring my rook across. b4. I obviously don't have queen takes b4 check because the knight can just come down from c6 and capture. So I push my queen up. He tries to double his rooks, but it really doesn't have much in it. Because after I play queen b5 check, he moves his king across. Now I don't have mate here because the knight defends it. So, but what I do have is extra material, and therefore I can give up a rook for check to get rid of his knight, which ends up in mate now in 2 with the only move for the king really at the minute is c8 and then mate. So it definitely opened up quite a. This is just the first video I'm going to post. I'm just getting a quick 10-minute video here. So that was the first game I played against 1400 player. I'll see if I can play somebody who's a bit higher rated. But it did create quite a nice sharp game. It's the first game. So I'll post another video straight after this, and I'll post my PGN into the comments box if that's possible, or I'll see if I can email it to you. If you can send me your email address, or I'll have a look for it on the website. I'm sure I'll get it. Anyway, so that's the first response. Hope you like it, Jrobi. Thanks.